there's a lot of not professional bodybuilders, but people that are basically bodybuilders who have a huge social media following, right? Do you think those guys are good for the sport and for the business of bodybuilding, and the fact that they generate more interest many times than professional guys, you know?
I don't hear Rich Piana walking around saying I'm a bodybuilder. I don't hear CT Fletcher saying I'm a bodybuilder. They are big guys. There's no question that lifting weights has gotten them the notoriety that they got. But you don't just build your following overnight. These are people that are freaks. People love a freak show. I mean, the Kardashian family is a train wreck, but yet they've got bazillions of followers. We live in a reality type of situation. I'm not offended by any means when I walk into an expo and I walk past Rich Piana's booth and there's a bazillion people standing there waiting to get a glimpse or an autograph. He built that niche. The magazines didn't do it for him. He didn't hire a company to do it for him. So I give props where props are due. CT Fletcher on YouTube, Rich Piana, Boston Lloyd, these guys are all freaky in their own right. I mean, I've never heard so many F-bombs dropped on a YouTube video until I watched CT Fletcher. But I don't remember CT Fletcher competing in the Olympia. I don't remember him saying he wanted to be Mr. Olympia. Rich Piana, I never saw his national championship title or that fact that he's supposed to be representing me on some level. I mean, Rich Piana is in a supplement business, and he's got his own brand and his own business. Dana Lynn Bailey's one of those other ones that capitalize on it, but she's got the pedigree of the athletes of the stage of competing that help propel her. I think our sport in this day and age, the kids that aren't able to be Mr. Olympia or national champion, they need something to cling to. When I was coming up, it was the Incredible Hulk, because that's the only guy I saw with muscles, right? And then, of course, it was Arnold and the Barbarian. And then you started seeing the football players getting, lifting weights and being big. And lifting weights became fashionable, and we followed guys that were out there in the magazines. And now, any Tom, Dick, and Harry with a YouTube channel, an Instagram handle, they have total control of how they're perceived. I mean, Boston Lloyd shooting up drugs, on camera for everyone to see. Now, is he the first one to shoot up drugs? Absolutely not. But he's one of the guys that were first to do it on camera, and he's getting people to look. Well, if those views are going to generate revenue for Boston Lloyd, and that's why he's doing it, more power to him. I mean, I can tell you, we don't live forever. So what you do in your youth and what you say on camera, it lives with you when you go into the real world. I mean, at some point in time, a guy like CT Fletcher or a guy like Rich Piana, they may wind up having to go into the real world at 50, 60 plus. And if this social media goes away and the real world goes back to look at their social media to find out who and what they are, you got to either be proud of your work or you got to be ready to suffer the ramifications of nobody wanting to work with you as a result of what you did 10, 15 years ago. I mean, sometimes people will look at your social media before they look at your resume. So I think when we go to these expos and you have these YouTubers and these Instagrammers with all this following, it's great for the exhibitor, it's great for the promoter, and it's actually great for the fan that follows that person. But by no means do I take offense to one of those guys having more fans or followers than me, knowing where I come from and the things that I've accomplished. I always wanted to be the best bodybuilder, so I never wanted to be the best YouTuber. I don't fish for followers. I don't try to look for likes. It's not going to do anything for me. I mean, I'm beyond that.
Any professional bodybuilder has much more knowledge in many cases, right? And put in much more work than those other guys. You see what I'm saying? So it's a bit unfair. You see what I'm talking about? Like, what can they do to actually generate or match that level of interest,
If you're a bodybuilder, you need to be focused on your bodybuilding, because that's what you do. If you're a YouTuber, you need to make sure you got that camera in your face like Rich Piana does all day, every day, regardless of the content. But I don't want to get this confused, and I'm concerned with Kevin, because we do live in a day and age now where people are trying to get likes and to try to get views. Do you remember Rocky IV when he made all the money, he got the big house, he was in the gym, and Mick, his trainer, is like poking the balloons and trying to get him to focus? Kevin needs to leave his phone at home. If you're getting ready for the Olympia, you need to leave the phone at home. You need to stay off social media. Unless you hire someone to do your social media for you, which you could do, have someone else shoot you or whatever. But it is a very important part of our bodybuilding and our landscape, because we can no longer rely on the magazines to tell the story in the fashion and in the time period that we're accustomed to. Everything, we need it now. We can't wait 2 months for the magazine. So that's why I'm in agreement with a lot of people that having an exclusive agreement sometimes with a magazine can hinder you. because I may be doing something tonight that I want all of my fans to see. So to channel that, they need to come to ShawnRay.com to watch it. I can't wait to release it on a third party that's going to require an editor and time zones and all the other stuff. The bodybuilders have got to remember why they're bodybuilding. And let the social media people looking for likes, looking for followers, let them do what they do. It's one of those scenarios where, yeah, Kai's got a lot of followers, but I can tell you, will he be okay if he stops bodybuilding? He may have 5 million followers, but unless those 5 million followers are going to pay his bills to quantify that, he needs to continue bodybuilding, because that's why he has those followers. They're following him because of the bodybuilding he does. Other people that start from nothing and create their social media, well, that's a different animal. But to do that requires the same discipline as it does to become Mr. Olympia. And there's very few people that can become Mr. Olympia, but it's in the progress, it's in the journey that these people start to follow your journey. And they start to cheer for you, and they want you to get there. Kai's never won the Mr. Olympia. He's in a fraternity of people like Labrada, Lavroni, Wheeler, and myself that never won the Olympia, but yet he's probably the most popular bodybuilder, even more so than Phil Heath. He doesn't have to necessarily win the Olympia, but having that in his mindset that he wants to be Mr. Olympia, that's where people are cheering for him. He's the people's champion as of right now. And if he never wins the Olympia, these people that are following him may follow him to other ventures in life that he's going to get involved in as a result of trying to pursue the title.
In the industry, you know, outside of on the competition stage, what are we trying to do? We're trying to inspire people. We're trying to market products. We're trying to, you know, lead people in a direction towards maybe an overall fitness or physique goal. So